And a touchdown for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Hey, Rick here from Hamilton Sports Central for another video. This one we're taking a look at the 2026 free agent rankings for quarterbacks posted by John Hodge today. So this is basically what they've done is they've ranked all of the free agent quarterbacks, who should be where. Let's quickly start with the bottom and work our way up. So number 11 is Logan Bonner. The Utah prospect was unsigned for most of the 2025 season until Stampeders brought him back following a season-ending injury to P.J. Walker. Bonner only made one career CFL start, and he threw for 284 yards, 0 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a Labor Day Classic loss to the Elks in 2024. Number 13, Jeremiah Mazzoli. The 37-year-old saw action in 3 games with the Lions in 2025, managing only 538 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, making it clear that he's simply no longer the quarterback he once was. Mazzoli has been around the CFL for almost 15 years and is extremely well respected, so much that he may get an opportunity to coach in 2026 if he so desires. Number 12, Shea Patterson. The 29-year-old spent half of last season unsigned and mostly forgotten until he committed a costly fumble in the late stages of the Grey Cup. Shea Patterson played decently with the Rough Riders in 2024, throwing 1,655 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, but the team weren't exactly lining up to sign him a year ago. Number 11, Chris Streveler. The 6'2", 212-pound passer started 5 games with Winnipeg in 2025, but had arguably the worst CFL season, throwing 1,103 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Streveler remains an efficient runner, rushing for 1,740 yards and 41 scores over 66 regular season games, but it's tough to overlook he lacked of aerial production. He also suffered a torn ACL in October, which means he is likely to miss the start of the 2026 season due to injury if he chooses to play. So let's go up to the next one, number 10, Chase Bryce. The 6'2", 235-pound passer attempted only 33 career passes, but has a big arm and has spent time around Nathan Rourke, which could raise his stock. The Lions seem hesitant to give Bryce playing time in 2025, but the 27-year-old passer was sharp in limited playing action in 2024, throwing for 232 yards and 1 touchdown. Number 9, Jake Dolegala. The 29-year-old attempted only 26 passes over the last 2 years, being limited to short yardage duty with the Ticats in 2025. Dolegala is remembered for most of his tenure with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, when he threw 2,641 yards and 11 touchdowns and 9 interceptions in 2023, but also started only 1 game since. Number 8, Cameron Dukes. The native of Shepherdville, Kentucky, threw for 2,212 yards and 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions over 2 seasons with the Toronto Argonauts, while adding 447 yards and 12 scores along the ground. The knock on Dukes is that he spent most of the 2025 season unsigned and has been a free agent since October, raising questions about how he's viewed by teams around the league. Number 7, Harrison Frost. The 27-year-old has only attempted 12 passes through 2 seasons in the CFL. Didn't take a single snap in 2025. With that said, working closely with Bo Levi Mitchell and Scott Milanovic should boost Frost's stock with some teams who see him as worthwhile project. The native of Kennesaw, Georgia, doesn't have much upside as a runner, but deserves a chance to show what he can do from the pocket. Number 6, Trey Adams. The 4-year veteran has only had 3 career starts, which of 2 came late last season, once the Redblacks were eliminated from the postseason contention. The native of St. Petersburg, Florida, has little production, throwing 817 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions with a bit of flashy athleticism with 116 yards along the ground. Number 5, Caleb Evans. The 27-year-old seen limited action in 2025, but suffered a torn ACL in August, which might mean that he won't be healthy for the start of training camp. Evans was shaky to start his career, but seemed to find a groove with the Alouettes over the last 2 seasons, throwing 514 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Next up, Dustin Crum, number 4. The 6', 210 native of Grafton, Ohio, made 6 starts in 2025, enjoyed his best season as a passer through the numbers, but were still somewhat pestering at 1,771 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. There's no question what Crum brings as a runner. However, he rushes for 1,376 yards and 27 touchdowns through 3 seasons with the Redblacks. Crum had a pretty sensational collegiate career at Kent State, but has never put it in best position to succeed in Ottawa. Some personnel believe that there's still room to grow in Crum's game, which could lead to an opportunity for the young quarterback come free agency. Number 3, McLeod Bethel Thompson. The 37-year-old of San Francisco, California, is arguably the most accomplished quarterback on the list, but it's hard to ignore of how he struggled in 2025. McLeod Bethel Thompson started 8 games for the Alouettes and went 3 for 5, throwing 1,746 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. The 6'3", 230-pound passer isn't without accolades. He's a 2-time East Division selection, previously led the CFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns. He also continued playing, sources have told 3Down Nation, though teams will have to take his age and his recent performance into account when making their decision. Number 2, Taylor Powell, Hamilton Tiger Cats. The 27-year-old has had a bizarre start to his career because it's gone backwards in a way. Powell has played a lot as a rookie in 2023, then a little in 2024, and almost not at all in 2025. This trend has nothing to do with him, but the play and health of franchise quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell. Mitchell has played well and has avoided injuries, giving Hamilton no reason to change under center. Orlando Steinhardt, the team's president of football, said that the CFL's recent offseason winter meetings that Powell got the short end of stick regarding playing time in recent years. He is also complimentary of the young quarterback work ethic, saying that he's expected that there would be not a lot of drop-off if he took over from Mitchell and made it clear that the Ticats want him back. Powell remains a bit of an unknown, but it's hard to ignore his early success, as well as the fact that Scott Milanovic has developed more quarterbacks than anyone else in recent history. And if a team is looking for a future franchise quarterback, one could argue that the Arkansas native is the only pending passer who could potentially live up to that role. Number 1, Jake Mayer. The 20-year-old got a change of scenery this past season when he served up as the backup to Trevor Harris in Riderville. The 28-year-old ended up seeing action in 5 regular season games, but didn't exactly light up the stat sheet, throwing 617 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. While he certainly didn't play poorly, Few would argue Mayer did much of to silence his critics. The 6-foot, 200-pound native of Fullerton, California, showed flashes over 4 seasons with the Calgary Stampeders and is one of the most experienced quarterbacks available, having thrown 12,302 yards, 62 touchdowns, and 41 interceptions, or over 84 regular season games. The question is whether Mayer has the potential to become a starter in the game in the future, or is he permanently a regulated backup duty? So that is the rankings for quarterbacks. I'm sure tomorrow we will have running backs. Keep in mind, tampering window begins a week this Sunday on the 1st to the following Sunday on the 8th, and free agency begins on the 10th, which we will be following on the channel. And don't forget to stop by the channel, because we will have a full, I want to say, 10 to 11 hour live stream on the 10th, which is a Wednesday. But I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. This is Rick from Hamilton Sports Central, and have yourself a great rest of your day.